imagine me and you. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love.
You have no idea what was going on in the commercial break. The dog and its owner were like hugging each other in the cutest way. And we were praying they stayed in that position when we came up live.
Like 3, 2, 1.
And they started walking away. But whatever.
This tender moment, you just missed it.
You just missed it. But it happened.
It happened. Welcome back to BT Room 3 Wide. Good to see you. Speaking of tender moments, the Republican debate is next week. Fox News is planning this. So much tenderness. So, the story here is pretty simple. Donald Trump is way ahead in the polls in the Republican primary.
Is he ever?
No one's close, despite the fact he's facing 4 criminal cases, and 3 of them of actually check that, 2 of them of a federal variety. The one from this week are state charges in Georgia, but they're just as serious as anything else. So the debate here is whether or not Trump, A, is going to show up at the debate next Wednesday on Fox News, and B, does he have to? Melissa Duggan, if you are advising Donald Trump, and no one can really.
That's something to get into.
Let's just live in the land of make-believe. What would you tell the former president? Do you have to show up at this thing or not?
He, when it comes to TV, does not need advice. That is a medium he knows inside and out. Does he need this debate? Nah. Does he have the most to lose from it? Sure. Would it bother him if he didn't perform well? No. Does Fox want him to show up? Oh, yeah. Because that's where the ratings are at, right? If he is thinking he's going to show up, he's going to leave it to the last minute. Like, he's going to make that the drama that we follow. That's going to be the story. And if he doesn't show up, that's going to be the story. So regardless of what happens, he's at the center of it all.
For sure. Stephanie Henry, do you think he's there?
I think that I agree with Melissa 100%. He's going to leave it to the very last minute. And even if Fox News knew that he wasn't coming, they would also just be like, he might show up. He might be right around the corner just to get those ratings, to keep people on their toes. I think that, in his mind, he does no wrong. So I feel like he doesn't care if he has the most to lose. He's going to show up and he's going to say what he wants to say. He has all of these charges and he's still running those polls, which is incredibly amazing to me.
Valid points. He can't avoid the cameras.
No.
I think he's there. And the biggest reason why, I think he shows up because what criticism is he really facing from any other opponent in the primary?
Yeah, they're all...
It's irrelevant. People, either you're Mike Pence and no one's listening to you, or you're Ron DeSantis and you're not saying anything. He's not going to face any real criticism on that stage. Why not show up and have a Trump moment and walk off and keep your 80-point lead in the polls?
You know what would get the most attention, by the way, if kind of what you're discussing, that if they had like an empty chair for Trump sitting there and
shows up midway through, wrestling theme music plays, no chance, that's what you got, Vince McMahon. We'll find out next week, but it should be filled with tenderness. We're going to take a break. You sound off coming up a little later on. We're going to do face yoga later. I will not in a million years. No, I'm not going to attempt that.
Got your warm-up in.
Face yoga is happening later. What's your exercise routine? Feedback at breakfasttelevision.ca. More BT coming up.
Tongue or otherwise.
I will not do that again.